Hey everybody, just giving you a quick check-in. I'm going to be here, I could say another day, but it could be more than that. The doctor who stopped by today, I was trying to tell her thank you and she thought I was getting on to her about asking me to stay. And I was like, no, I said, I've been asking all the other doctors who've passed through, what's the plan? What's the plan? And no one could give me a plan. I mean, it was like being dismissed, and not that they're going, we aren't talking to her. It's just that they're going, don't know what to do about that. And just kind of scraping it off instead of plowing into it, giving me the assistance and the help until there is something formulated, until there is something truly physically there in place for me. Being a warrior of help, right? And that's what she's here to do. And I had to keep trying to tell her, no, thank you. And she's got palliative care coming, and it's people that don't just talk to you about the drugs, because that's never been my thing. People, I've suffered through a lot. It's just that I don't have reserves anymore. I kind of run dry on how where to pull it from. But they're going to talk to me about tricks and tips and techniques of how to refresh myself and to navigate through some sticky times or tricky times or things like that. And I was like, that's amazing. I'm really excited about that. And also about the medical coverage, because that whole thing went defunct. And she's like, you don't have care. I said, I did. And I said, I can't explain how they went backwards and erased it like it never was there. And she said, don't go back. And I'm like, okay, I won't. She's like, why are you going back there? I said, because she asked me, and I'm trying to tell you. It's not that I don't. It's that all of a sudden the other day, they deleted it like I never had it. And she said, well, we've got people to help you now. And she's like, what do you think you need? And I said, help. And she said, then perfect, we're on the right track. And I'm like, good. It's literally that simple. She said, we want you here where you can rest and where we can monitor it to see how it's doing. Everything you're going through, because we need you to be surrounded and strengthened and structured and secure for this next phase of what you're about to face. And I said, I completely agree. So today is the day I'm going to call my couple of friends and my son that is cognizant and begin to fill them in. And the reason I haven't is there's nothing to fill in. And I really need to be surrounded by people of faith as opposed to fear, correct? Because I'm the one walking and living through this, so I need those who are my support system to find the faith and to, put the whistle to a whistle while you work, and find ways to keep themselves healthy and to just occasionally check in and encourage me or whatever all it's going to be, because she's concerned the fact that I'm alone. And I said, well, my mom's here now. And she said, well, that's just temporary, Joy. We need to have more than that in place. That's how I know that people get through these things, is to have a system set up. So she's very clear on what it requires to have healthy, productive outcomes. And I love that. That's powerful. I have that same knowing. And I said, I'm glad that you've come in with the medical terminology to get the group working in that direction. I said, because all I have is the layman's terms. And I'm totally on board with everything that you've said. Plus, y'all, fresh socks. My mom bought me new fuzzy socks last night to keep my feet warm. And new underwear that she washed before she brought to the hospital. It was quite an exciting moment. And I've got a great nursing staff and people who are hugging me and encouraging me and, telling me to keep my spirits up and let them do the other parts that are necessary and take care of it. And the person with the medical assistance is going to be coming up here to speak to me. And my mom found all my paperwork, because luckily I'd still had it in a bag from when I went to Lake St. John to see my mom for her birthday. So apparently there's a bigger plan going on than what I thought I had agreed to. And although it could be scary or daunting, or I could be angry about all this, I don't have time for that. So I've already forgiven the urologist for the months of negligence. And like I said, it wasn't, I'm going to hurt her and ignore her. No, it's more like, when we're just shuffling through life, any of us, irregardless of whether we have an official career or a job or work or whatever, when we try and refine and identify and get really good and excel and things like that, we can really compress those files to where it loses a lot of its nuance and its impact and its power. It was part of why there was some pushback against the compact disc when it came out, because it's compact, it's compressed. They take those sound waves and they can compress them to where you lose a lot of the beauty that the ear would perceive beforehand. And in this case, it was compressing their wisdom from intelligence to negligence. And that was challenging for me, because not wanting to point fingers, just continuing to persist and ask for the care and assistance that not only I desire and need, but I actually require. So she has broken through that barrier, and it's fantastic. And it might help with those other things that have been kind of just dangling and waylaying out there for a moment. Actually, 3 moments, a few months now. And the gentleman that I take care of his children sent me these. Can you see these beautiful flowers? Look at that one. Can you see it? Look at that wild. It's very Dr. Seuss, and I love that stuff. And I'm getting to watch as the iris is unfurling as time is passing by. They showed up this morning, and that really cheered my heart. I'm a gardener by nature. I love the outdoors and the beauty, and I've got 2 really big windows so that I can see the light coming in, and to have that right here with me, it feels like some flavors of home. And then my mom is coming up to visit in a little while, and we might do some puzzles or color together, and do some living on this respite or recovery moment until things get in place and the doctors move forward, requiring me to have those other tests. So I'm choosing joy in the moment. It feels good. It feels good. And yeah, my guts and back hurt a bit, but there's so much kindness today that it really soothes it. And I've found that some of the biggest flares for everything going on in my spine and my diaphragm and everywhere else has been this trying to hammer away to get any assistance or help, not just with this medical situation that cropped up, but with some of those financial loops I was trying to go through just to get temporary assistance, hoping that I would move forward with my channel, because y'all, I have products and other things, not to just crowd your counter or whatever, but things to inspire and to uplift and to encourage and to just make you feel beautiful and connected, that will be offered at the website as I come through this. But that was my way to hope to be able to support myself from home so that I could stay in the rhythm that my spirit needs to stay in, since I went through chemo and radiation treatment. It's not that I'm incapable. I just have a different rhythm, a different beat, and I'm not going to despise it. I'll sit here and celebrate. And again, just to fill y'all in, when I get up each morning and sometimes throughout the day, because I've had a lot of pain and stiffness from so much atrophy and having to lay down and be still with this last 6 months that I've been through, that I just put on my dance team challenge in the morning, and it's the Diana Ross I'm Coming Out. And I put it on, and of course there was I don't know if that's a bedpan or a barf pan or whatever, but of course I got my little goodies kept in it right now. But if you set your phone in any sort of bowl-shaped object, it will amplify it and give you a speaker. So I put my phone down in there, and I cranked it up, and I put that song on, and I just danced around the room with my IV pole, dragging around the room, singing about I'm coming out, and letting my body believe that it could be happy and healthy again, that we'll dance again one day and maybe have those retreats that I've talked about, and travel the world and see each other. And, there are therapy sessions and things that I have in my mind that I really believe do a lot of soul mending, and somatic cards that I want to bring forward. There's just so much. So when I start my day off with the dance and the breathing and the happiness about that, it really entails all of those points of connection that I have with the world and you guys, but also just my heartfelt prayers for you all, that somewhere in your day you'll find a way to get up and dance, even if it's just table dancing, to where you're just moving on the upper half, right? Whatever you can do, or whether you're humming them in your mind or getting along in your head, those little things, those little happy moments, delicate micro moments, just like the butterfly. Well, before I talk too long and wear out your ear, because sometimes it feels like I'm just going blah, blah, sick, sick, hospital, hospital, wah, wah, joy, joy. But no, please have no pity on me, because I can have power, I can have pity, but I can't have both. I don't want anyone feeling sorry for me. That's why I want you going out celebrating your life, enjoying it, smelling the coffee, tasting your food, putting on perfume before you go to bed, or cologne before you step out the door, or doing a little happy dance out in the street, not caring what people think. All those zazz and pizzazz type things that really lift the heart of our world. That thing beneath our feet. Yeah. But, if y'all can meet all the beautiful, wonderful people that are here for me, it's amazing. And anyways, but I carry y'all in my heart when they're around. So I'll let you go for now. And if you do me that favor and tap that like button before you go, and check back in again with me soon. Remember, you could go to the vault and check out any of those readings. But until then, or until we chat in the comments down below, I love you.